I'm Nicholeen Peck, and I'm a parenting and relationship expert. I teach parents and children how to govern themselves, how to control themselves. And if there's one thing that people wonder, it's how do you help a shy person step out? How do you help them govern themselves in that way? Well, my two youngest children, London and Porter, were both very shy, and I helped them step out of their comfort zones and become the type of people that are go-getters today. So, do you want to know how to make a shy kid confident? That's what this video is all about. In this video, we're going to talk about what we really can make them do and what we can't, how patience plays a role in their development and overcoming shyness, and what type of training that they need to really conquer this shyness problem that they might be dealing with. And if you stay with me after that, we'll be talking about even more. So you actually can't make anybody do anything. I mean, sure, if a child's in the road, you could run out, you could grab them and take them to safety, and you might be able to make them move with you. But you can't make a person change their thought patterns. It's impossible. The only thing you can do is be a good influence so that they may desire to change their thought processes. And really, being shy or shyness is a habit, a processing habit that a person has. They see the world in a certain way and they're choosing to protect themselves by being shy. Now, some people are shy because maybe they don't know what to say or they don't have practice interacting with other people. But there are other people that are shy because their parents are shy and they just have learned that that's the way to communicate. And then there are yet other people that are shy simply because they don't want to open up. Now, those people aren't necessarily shy, they're just worried that things might come out wrong and they don't want to be judged or they don't want to be seen as somehow imperfect. These shy people are actually trying to control their environment, and many people who engage in shyness are actually trying to just control their outcomes so that they don't have to deal with any times where they did something wrong, they didn't perform properly, they didn't get the friend, or something like that. So you'll need to ascertain, why is it that this person that I'm wondering about with their shyness actually is shy? Do they hope to not let anybody in so that they can't get hurt? Do they hope to not have to take too many steps out of their comfort zone so they maintain a control bubble around what they will do, will say, won't say? Many people don't think of shyness as controlling, but actually it is and can be. Since a person who's shy has to choose not to be shy, this requires patience. We can't just force a person to choose not to be shy on the fly just like that. So what we need to do is we need to provide opportunities for them to practice not being shy. We need to have deliberate conversations with them and make plans for them to conquer their shyness and do it in a way that comes across as feeling very safe. If it feels emotionally safe and like they can maintain a certain amount of control along the way, then they will step further and further outside of their comfort zones and soon choose not to be shy. In fact, what they'll find is there's an empowerment, a confidence that comes with stepping outside of that comfort zone that also feels really nice, even better than trying to control other people for social outcomes. So in the Teaching Self-Government Parenting program, we talk about pre-teaching. This is one of the styles of parenting that helps parents teach and correct their children. Pre-teaching is when you tell someone something ahead of time and you make a plan for how you will be successful. Well, with shyness, you need to pre-teach how to not be shy, how to speak out, how to share your ideas, how to step out of your comfort zones, whatever the problem happens to be, or what the specific target behavior is that seems to be the source of the shyness for the particular child that you're working with. Many people don't know what to say. So they might be ready to start working on overcoming their shyness, but they really don't know how to start. We have to have realistic expectations for people as they're overcoming a habit, because shyness really does just become a habit, which means sometimes we have to spoon feed somebody some words, and they need to use those words in the social setting. Now, I don't spoon feed words right at the minute when a person needs them. That is a crutch, and that will not help a shy person think that they can break out of their shyness. What they need is they need to be pre-taught ahead of time. Hey, this is what you can say. We're going to go to this party. It's a bigger group than we usually get together with, and you'll want to reach out to some people and meet some new friends. You can go up to a friend and say, "Hi, my name's Nicholeen. What's your name?" And you can start with that. And after you ask that question, what would be a good question for you to ask next? Maybe, where do you live? Or how do you know so-and-so? You could tell them what questions they can ask. Then when you get to the party, you pre-teach right before you arrive. Now remember, this is what you plan to do. How many times do you want to meet a new person at this party? And they might say, I want to meet 2 new people. Okay, great. So go and do it 2 times and we'll check up with you after the party. Now, am I going to follow them around and spoon feed them the words and say, here, meet so-and-so? No, that does not help with shyness. It encourages shyness. So we have to make sure we give them that time that feels uncomfortable, that they have to stand all on their own, that nobody's going to do it for them, so that they can actually have that minute of breaking out and picking to use the skill that you taught them in the first place. For children that are using shyness as a control mechanism and they refuse to work on it or conquer it, you do need to look at what is in their best interest, which is to overcome the shyness and choose to be able to communicate with other people. It could be beneficial to use a skill that we use in the Teaching Self-Government Parenting course called following instructions. When a person learns to follow instructions, then they learn how to look at a situation or a person, keep a calm face, voice, and body, say okay or disagree appropriately, meaning they go and they do whatever it is they're instructed to do, or they say and then they go. The next step is they do the task immediately and then check back. You may have to say, this is what you need to do. When we get to the party, go up to the first 2 people you meet and introduce yourself and say these words, okay? And then you say, this is an instruction. And you might have to remind them that if they don't follow the instruction, that you actually will do a correction afterward and you'll do more teaching about it so that you can prepare to be successful if it doesn't work this time. You can prepare to be successful the next time. So sometimes we have to correct children when they're choosing to be shy because they are being controlling, they're doing some negative attention seeking, and it is going to be a problem for them socially for their lives. Now, that doesn't mean that everybody is the same degree of talkativeness. So some people are introverted, some people are extroverted, some people converse more easily with people and put their thoughts together quicker than other people do. We have to have patience, set personal goals, and then occasionally, if we feel like it's required because someone's using their shyness as a power struggle, we have to correct the situation and help them practice things the right way. If you think this video was helpful for you, I think you're going to enjoy the next video, which is how to parent a strong-willed child. Go ahead and click on that video now.